From our camera to your eyeballs, DoubleTapDuo here, back with another video.
Today we're going to be showing you how we made our custom YouTube desk out of some supplies you can find at any hardware store.
We decided to make a custom desk instead of buying one so that it was big enough for the both of us to comfortably sit and work.
We built it to make it fit perfectly within the dimensions of our game room. We went to our local Lowe's and found this craft spruce and pine board that we're going to use for the top of the desk. And while we were there, we picked up assorted pieces of lumber for the legs and the trim around the desk.
Once we got the pieces home, we laid them out on a tarp in the backyard to get painted and stained. For the assorted lumber, we used Rust-Oleum's 2x black satin spray paint. We chose the 2x so that we didn't have to prime the wood beforehand, we just went for it and it turned out great. For the desktop, we used a Varathane stain in the color Ebony. We wanted a deep, dark color that would still bring out the wood grain, but have a very industrial, modern look.
After applying 2 coats of the stain, sanding in between layers, we topped it off with a polyurethane to keep everything protected and sealed. But once the polyurethane dried, it was a little rough to the touch, so we went ahead with a fine grit sandpaper and sanded the top and sides of the desk.
After we ensured that the tops were finished, we grabbed the legs so that we were able to measure them and cut them down in size. Once cut to size, we proceeded to sand the ends to make sure they were smooth and level. We wanted to ensure that the desk would not wobble once it was put together.
With the legs painted and cut, we made a template out of some painter's tape to put on the top of the desk so we could line it up with the bottom of the desk and drill a pilot hole through both the top and bottom at the same time. Once our pilot hole was set, we drilled a wood screw right through the top of the desk into the leg to keep it secure.
After the legs were on and secure, we stood the desk upright and added on the trim. Two of the trim pieces ended up being the perfect length to not have to trim down. So we went ahead and put those up first and put a spacer, which is that Home Depot ruler you see kind of under our arms, in between the trim and the leg to drill the pilot hole so that we ensured that the trim was going to line up flush and even with the edge of the top of the desk instead of with the leg.
We finished the trim on the front of the desk, cutting it to size as needed and as we went. Afterwards, with the remainder of the trim, we put some bracers in between the legs to make the desk more sturdy. We did this by drilling pilot holes halfway down the legs on the sides, and 3/4 of the way down on the back. And then, of course, attach everything with wood screws.
Since we chose to have an L-shaped desk, we just duplicated 2 single pieces to make one big piece.
Using the same technique, you can make a single desk, a U-shaped desk, or anything in between.
As always, guys, thank you so much for watching and dealing with our shenanigans. Please leave a comment down below letting us know what you think about what we created. And if you have any ideas for future videos, let us know and we'll be more than happy to try them out.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
Double Tap out.